Hey, this is Miranda with BWI Memphis. I'm going to do a rundown on the Chimparoo Multi 2.0. I think it says it somewhere on there. There we go. This is a pretty cool, under-recognized carrier. It's got a lot of things going for it. It does a lot of things well. The biggest drawback, and probably one of the reasons it hasn't taken so well, is because it's a little bit more effort to adjust it into these different positions than some of the other soft structure carriers. But it does, the things it does do really well. It does have a newborn position that I've got going right now, and it's got a regular forward or regular facing you position for a little bit bigger baby. It's got forward facing out position that makes a particularly good seat. And you can also do your back carries with it, and it fit my son, who's a very average size, 50 percentile. It fit him well up to the age of 2. So having a carrier that can do a really good job from newborn up through 2-year-old is pretty rare, and one of the reasons I think this carrier is so worthy of a video. So one of the things that I like about it is it's got a stretchy newborn insert, and it's sewn into the body of the carrier, so it's not a piece that you have to keep up with. There's a little Velcro panel up at the top that the hood sinks into, and that the newborn insert piece sinks into when not in use. So the newborn insert is just snapped on right here, and so you can see baby is sitting in a stretchy sling, so they get a little bit more of that knee-to-knee support than you would in most other soft structure carriers with an infant insert. So this is promoting that legs out from birth stance that is the most current recommendation. Let's see. From here, I'll show you what I mean by it being trouble to adjust. Let's go ahead and take baby out. The waistband is I really like it. It clips more or less in the middle depending on how you pull your straps, and the fit for me is very much like a Kinder Pack, with the width and the cushiness of the shoulders. So if you are familiar with the Kinder Pack, you can expect a pretty similar feel. And here you'll see the stretchy part that is made to support a newborn. Out comes Demo Doll, and here's that little Velcro compartment that our hood is in, and we can now put that stretchy piece away because we won't be needing it again. So it just unsnaps. And that all stows away nicely. I guess it gives a little neck support too. Let's see. It's got a generous sized pocket on the front, which I appreciate. And like I said, it's super adjustable. So this, if you undo this zipper right here, the carrier expands like another 2.5 inches to make it a taller panel to accommodate a larger child. We've got perfect fit adjusters on the shoulder straps. I have them cinched down and on the short side. So adjusting it back, let's see. We're just putting it in a regular seated position. So you look at this and you're like, oh, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do all that adjusting. But I mean, you're only going to adjust it the one time from the newborn to the slightly bigger baby position, and that's the same position that you're going to use for back carries. So unless you choose to adjust it back for forward face out, which we'll do in a minute, you shouldn't be doing all this snapping and unzipping all the time. So that does all of that. This panel zips back on. Straps in, Like I think I mentioned a moment ago that this one does forward face out particularly well because it really makes a seat for baby where they're in a pretty ergonomic position, and the size and just the way that the waistband fits, I feel like it offers a reasonable amount of lumbar support. So there we have it adjusted into its regular shape. Let me get bigger demo doll. In we go. Even at 2.5, and I guess he's what, 35 pounds and 37 inches. He fits reasonably well in it, and he doesn't complain about it. They're just, they're more ideal fits. I believe this one is weight tested to 45 pounds, but don't quote me on that. Oh, there we are. Slightly bigger baby. If our knees bent, you'd see them hanging right here. And let's look at that taller panel that you get. So that gives you quite a bit more space as your child grows. I don't feel the need to demonstrate a back carry. It's just like a back carry in any other soft structure carrier. I'm not sure if the manufacturer recommends crossing the shoulder straps, but if they do unsnap. It wouldn't be difficult to do. And I haven't looked up to see if you can do a hip carry, or if a hip carry is particularly recommended in this one, because I don't prefer hip carries in soft structure carriers. Anyway, I always wind up with a shoulder strap across my neck in an awkward feeling way. So we will just demo the forward face out position and be done. If forward face out interests you, I do have another video comparing the Lily Baby Complete, the Ergo 360, the Chimparoo Multi 2.0, this one, and the Becco Gemini for their forward face out capabilities. Let's see. So we're basically undoing everything that I just did. And I'll say, the more you do it, the better you get at it, but it's still not the most intuitive carrier, which is its downfall. Let's see. I'll go so far as to say it's the only downfall, except it doesn't, I don't think it comes in any particularly cute prints. Just my plain black. I think I've seen a gray one, but nothing just thrilling. Okay. Yeah, many of the forward face out options just turn it into a narrow base carrier, really. But I think this one does it better because it's not just leaving them hanging just like this. This doll's a little small for this. Imagine she fits. Now this part comes up and really supports their supports them in a seated position. So if we had knees here, this would be dangling properly. And I think it just does a really nice job of making an actual seat for forward face out. So there's my Chimparoo Multi 2.0. Nice wide shoulder straps, very cushy, pretty firm structured waist. So really very, very much like a kinder pack. Hope that helped.